Ever since I started watching Rent a Girlfriend, I never knew that my keyboard could hurt so much. Why? Because every time this was on the screen, I would hit myself in the head with it, just so I could lose my consciousness and be spared of the pain of watching him for one more second. Just kidding, I never hit myself in the head with my keyboard. I never hit myself in the head with my keyboard. So, a lot of things have happened this summer season in the anime community. We've seen a lot of drama, hot takes and arguing. And in all of this madness, people have been pretty vocal about one show in particular. Rent a Girlfriend. The show which manages to hook you with one of the best girls of the season, only to slap you on the face with one of the most annoying MCs of the season. Everybody from former monks to cheap-ass cosplayers, and most importantly, to Kirito77 on Twitter, had something to complain about this guy.
Huh?
But what if I told you that Kazuya is not that bad of a character as you might think? No, I'm not joking, I'm that serious. In this class, I'm going to show you why Kazuya is a cleverly constructed character and why the show wouldn't be the same without him. Welcome to class, I'm your drunk sensei, and this is why Kazuya is actually a good character. First, we must understand what is Rent a Girlfriend and what it set out to do, as well as Kazuya's role in all of this. I can already hear all the way from the back of the class people saying, "What do you mean what it is? It's a fucking harem!" And you're not wrong, but Rent a Girlfriend is a bit more than your typical waifu harem war over a useless MC for absolutely no fucking reason. Would you believe me if I told you that Rent a Girlfriend is also a satire? Yes, it's a show meant to ridicule the shallowness of relationships and how our selfish personality can ruin everything in the stupidest way possible. Rent a Girlfriend is a show about bad decisions in a relationship and how our lack of self-awareness can affect the people around us. And it manages to be all of this by passing along as a cute typical harem show with nothing much going on for it. Kazuma is a... Wait, did I say Kazuma?
Baka.
Kazuya is a tool whose purpose in this show is to make the absolute worst decisions when it comes to relationships.
Mami-chan,
You're a fucking idiot!
His role in the story is to annoy, make the viewer uncomfortable, and be painful to watch. He can totally be a lying idiot that makes everything worse for the people around him, and that's why it's normal for us to react negatively and call out on his bullshit.
We have sex now? That's you, simp. Pathetic.
Think about it. Anime is such a good medium for masking characters with shitty personalities under some sort of superficial reason like looks or being cool or some sort of pseudo-emotional backstory for us to forget every bad aspect about them and what they did. For me, at least, to see someone put so out in the open without anything to protect him as Kazuya is very refreshing. This is what elevates Rent a Girlfriend for me above other shows from the same genre. It has this very odd appeal that draws you in, only for this idiot to come around and ruin it in the same way he ruins everyone's life in the show. Okay, that may be a bit too much, but you get the idea. It's an exaggerated representation of how stupid we can be when interacting with each other, especially in our young adult years. People really do mess up like Kazuya in real life and make you want to hit yourself in the head with a keyboard. I'm just joking, please don't hit yourself in the head with a keyboard.
Baka.
Even though he is meant to intentionally be a lost cause, that does not mean that he doesn't grow. Kazuya really does grow, especially in the latest parts of the manga, but in a way slower manner than maybe a lot of people would like to see him. He doesn't change overnight, nor has an epiphany and suddenly awakens to his inner Chad. No, he grows more realistically with time and subtle changes that can be picked up upon as the story progresses, by slowly starting to accept himself and strive to do better. And honestly, I don't think that there's any more that you could ask from him, or anyone else for the matter. Even though exaggerated, he is meant to be relatable, really. And I hear many people saying, "How can he be relatable? Who does such stupid things? Who is such a spineless, selfish jerk-off machine?" Well, no one. Actually, there might be some people. I mean, for sure there must be some people, but that's not important right now. Try looking, not just from the outside at the things he does, but from the inside at how he feels and why he does it. Have you ever felt so inferior to a person you liked that you outright lied to them about your feelings just so that you wouldn't be hurt? I know I did. Have you ever attached yourself to someone toxic in your life and couldn't let go, even though they were a shitty person that were only using you? I did. Have you ever been so self-conscious that you made a completely distorted interpretation of events in your head that were way off the actual reality? I did. Well, not to that extent, but these were all things to which I could relate when watching Kazuya, especially from when I was around the same age as him. Maybe a little bit younger. A good comparison that I like to make when it comes to Kazuma... Did I say Kazuma again? God damn it, Aqua. A good comparison that I like to make would be Rito from To Love, Ru. They both try to fulfill in some manner the same archetype of character, the spineless whim that for some reason or another attracts all the girls because people like to project, I guess. In the same way as Kazuya, Rito is also a scapegoat meant to be relatable, but in reality his only real function in the story is to trigger the ecchi scenes. Which is not that bad now that I think about it. And believe me or not, these types of characters are the way they are to make them relatable to the viewer, because in reality we're much closer to this than this. That's why the ugly bastard tag exists. Maybe I'll make a class about this in the future. Tell me below in the comments if you're interested. I mean, about how anime tries to make us relate to characters, not the ugly bastard tag. I mean, if you want to, I could, but are you sure? Anyway, the point is that where Rito fails, in my humble opinion, Kazuya succeeds and becomes truly relatable. If you made it this far, I would like to remind you to hit the subscribe button if you'd like to see more classes like this. My content is focused around seasonal anime, hot takes, and the anime community in general, as well as guides for newer viewers such as recommendations and explaining anime related stuff. So yeah, if you like anime, I would highly suggest subscribing. Come on! Do it! I think what makes Kazuya such a hated character is his exaggerated self-consciousness and the fact that we are seeing everything from his perspective, which is why it's so easy to point out his flaws. If you could hear Chizuru's thoughts all the time, I'm sure that people would not have such a good opinion about her neither. Right?
髪やるの手伝ってくれる?
Oh boy, who am I kidding?
バカ.
In my opinion, they all have something to be blamed for. Chizuru agreed to continue this fake relationship because she can sort out her own feelings and is running away from the obvious, resulting in unnecessary complications like the Kazuya and Ruka trial relationship. Kazuya is that guy who wants to please everybody and doesn't think about what he's doing, making the situation even worse. And Ruka, I think that she's the most messed up from the bunch. I see her relationship with Kazuya as a pure thrill-seeking one. I believe she likes him, but what made her like him was that thrill that made her heart beat so fast. That's why, in my eyes at least, even though she seemed mad, she unconsciously accepts Chizuru because her relationship with Kazuya is what's causing her the most thrill. It's a pretty messed up situation if you think about it. Truth is that 99% of the anime viewers only look for escapism in a Friday night show like this. That's why we don't always like to see parts of ourselves that we're trying to run away from in our real life, in our anime too. Of course it makes us reject and hate Kazuya. That's why we are so drawn to cooler characters that couldn't be further away from our real self, to project and disconnect from everything. This is our nature as humans. At the end of the day, how much we relate to Kazuya is a matter of perspective that affects each of us separately and can indeed impact our enjoyment and view of the show. Some can relate to him and find him likable. Others can relate to him and hate him at the same time. And yes, maybe some can't relate at all and judge him for face value. There isn't a right way of perceiving him, but you must understand that because of this, the backlash and the hate comments about him are to be expected.
カズヤって本当に悪い人じゃないんですよ。悪い人じゃないんですけど、ダメなやつですよね。
I keep thinking, is it wrong for a show to intentionally make the viewers feel displeased? I feel like the majority of the anime community watches anime to get entertained and relax, not to get angry over a character. But again, I get this odd feeling of satisfaction by watching Kazuya and getting frustrated. It's weird to explain, but sometimes negative emotions can be enjoyed similarly to the pleasant ones. This is one of the reasons why I love this medium, or any visual medium for the matter. We can all find all kinds of people, stories and situations which can give us this weird feeling to which we can relate. They can make us feel like we're not alone, that other people in similar situations are facing similar struggles, and it's interesting to see how they handle their issues in comparison to us. Well, this escalated quickly. I have never thought that I'll talk about the joy found in art, starting from a discussion about an overly horny teenager that rents a girl to get over his ex-girlfriend. Oh.
バカ。
At the end of the day, this class was not meant to make you like Kazuya if you disliked him. No, this class was meant to be a deeper dive into his character, why he is the way he is, and how he's affecting the story. Is he a good character? Is he trash? The correct answer is whatever you feel like. If you think that he is a bad character and the show is trash because of him, it's alright. He is indeed annoying and hard to watch, but he's not a bad character, and I hope that the author will do him justice along the way. He is necessary for Rent a Girlfriend to be, well, Rent a Girlfriend. Thank you for watching and see you next time.